Inside every person, there is a silent fight happening every day. It is the hidden battle between the mind and the emotions. Many people do not talk about it, but almost everyone feels it. Sometimes your mind tells you one thing, but your emotions tell you something completely different. This conflict can influence your choices, your relationships, your work, and even the way you see yourself. Understanding this inner battle can help you live with more balance and clarity. Your mind is the part of you that thinks, analyzes, and plans. It tries to solve problems and make logical decisions. Your mind says things like, "Let's think first," "Let's be careful," or "Let's try to control the situation." Your mind wants safety and stability. It tries to protect you from mistakes, failure, and embarrassment. Your emotions, on the other hand, react faster than your mind. They tell you what you feel in the moment. Emotions show you what matters to you. Fear warns you about danger. Sadness tells you that you lost something important. Anger tells you that something feels unfair. Joy shows you what brings meaning to your life. Emotions can be strong and intense. They can push you to act quickly, sometimes before you think. The inner battle begins when your mind and your emotions disagree. For example, your mind may say, "Stay calm, it's not a big problem," but your emotions may shout, "I'm angry. This is unfair." Or your mind may say, "Finish your work," while your emotions whisper, "I'm tired. I need rest." These conflicts make you feel confused or frustrated because you cannot easily choose which side to follow. Many people grow up learning that some emotions are bad or unacceptable. Maybe someone told you not to cry because it makes you look weak. Maybe you learned that showing anger is rude or shameful. Over time, your mind starts to judge your emotions. When you feel sad, your mind may say, "Stop being dramatic." When you feel scared, your mind may say, "You're too sensitive." This judgment does not make emotions disappear. It only pushes them deeper inside you, where they become heavier and more complicated. Sometimes your emotions also attack your mind. For example, you know logically that overthinking is not helpful, but your emotions keep worrying about things you cannot control. You know it is not smart to argue when you are angry, but your emotions push you to speak too quickly. After this, your mind regrets your actions and says, "Why did I do that?" This creates a cycle where your emotions take over, and your mind tries to fix the damage afterward. There are many moments in life when you can feel this hidden battle clearly. One common example is perfectionism. Your mind tells you to do everything perfectly to avoid criticism. Your emotions feel stressed and scared of making mistakes. You try harder and harder, but you never feel satisfied. Another example is emotional numbness. Your mind says, "Keep going, you're fine," but your emotions feel tired, lonely, or hurt. You try to ignore them, but the emptiness grows inside. Overthinking is also part of this battle. Your mind tries to control the future by thinking about every detail, but your emotions feel overwhelmed by too many thoughts. You lie awake at night, thinking without finding any real solution. Your mind wants certainty, but your emotions want peace. To reduce this inner conflict, the first step is awareness. Many people react without understanding what is happening inside them. But when you take a moment to pause, you can ask yourself two simple questions. What is my mind saying right now? And what are my emotions feeling right now? When you separate these two voices, the situation becomes clearer. You can understand why you feel stuck or stressed. The second step is acceptance. Instead of fighting one side, you can allow both your mind and your emotions to express themselves. You can say to yourself, "My mind is trying to protect me," and also, "My emotions are telling me something important." When you stop choosing sides, you begin to see that both parts want the best for you. They simply use different methods. A helpful way to practice this is by imagining your mind and your emotions as two people sitting at the same table. Your mind speaks with logic. Let's think before we act. Your emotions speak with honesty. "This situation hurts," or "I feel scared." When both voices are heard, you can make decisions that feel balanced, not extreme. Another useful tool is writing. You can divide a page into 2 columns. On the left, write mind, and write what your mind is telling you. On the right, write emotions, and write what you are feeling. When you look at both sides, you may realize that neither one is completely right or wrong. They simply show different parts of your experience. After that, you can write a third part, a balanced response. This is where you combine logic and feeling to find a healthier direction. You can also practice breathing exercises to calm the battle. When emotions become too strong, your mind cannot think clearly. Slow breathing can calm your body and send a message to your system that you are safe. When the body feels safe, both the mind and emotions become softer and more open to working together. When your mind becomes too loud, questioning your thoughts can help. For example, if your mind says, "Everyone will judge me," you can ask, "Is this completely true?" or "Do I have evidence for this?" By doing this, you do not deny your thoughts, but you examine them with a gentle attitude. This reduces extra pressure and gives space for emotional clarity. At the same time, respecting your emotions is just as important. If you feel sadness, anger, jealousy, or fear, you can say, "This emotion is uncomfortable, but it is not dangerous." You do not need to run away from your feelings. You can sit with them and understand their message. Emotions usually calm down when you allow them to exist without judgment. With practice, the inner battle becomes less intense. Your goal is not to eliminate conflict forever because disagreement is natural. Instead, your goal is to create a peaceful conversation between your mind and your emotions. When you face a big decision, you can ask, "What do the facts tell me?" And also, "What do my feelings tell me?" When you respect both sides, you begin to make choices that are wiser and more true to who you are. You may still experience moments when the battle returns. Maybe your emotions become too strong, or maybe your mind becomes too strict. That is normal. Growth is not a straight line. But every time you choose to listen, reflect, and breathe, you strengthen your ability to manage this inner world. The hidden battle between your mind and your emotions does not mean something is wrong with you. It means you are a complex human being with needs, fears, desires, and dreams. When you learn to work with both your mind and your emotions, you become more confident and peaceful. You trust yourself more because you understand yourself better. You become someone who can move through life with balance, not controlled only by thoughts or only by feelings, but guided by both. And as you practice awareness, acceptance, and patience, you slowly transform this silent battle into a gentle partnership. Your mind brings clarity. Your emotions bring meaning. Together, They help you build a life that feels honest, strong, and deeply human.